Michael here from the Roof Guys, and this is your roof. Ridge venting. This is an older tin system. Doesn't work as well as the new Cobra. The Cobra system, whenever there's a wind or gust, it will create a backdraft and help pull the fresh air from the soffit. This is just the hottest of the air naturally rising. So once you change over the roof, you switch to Cobra, hopefully your attic will run a little cooler also. Your satellite dish, we do not reinstall. Most roofing companies will not. So you'll just want to contact them if you're still using it. Set up a time for them after the roof to come out and replace that. Drip edge goes all the way around the house. It flicks the water away. It also runs up about 2 inches on the roof line. If you don't replace it, this metal gets mangled when they're taking out the old stuff and putting in the new stuff. And when I say stuff, I mean synthetic underlayment, and you'll end up with rotted wood in most cases. So really important, whoever you go with, even though it isn't code, replace the drip edge. Now this is the second place on the roof that I noticed this really sharp cut. I don't know if this was done during install or what, but that is some damage there. It's not a storm damage or anything like that, just some damage. When the tree limbs, the branches, the leaves sit on the roof, sometimes they hold moisture and they can rot through to the decking. So really important to keep the roof clear. Got some heavy granule loss here where all the little rocks have came off the shingles. Those help reflect the sun and protect the shingle. The plumbing boot here is for your sink, your tub, and toilet. You can see a spider web there. A lot of times I'll find frogs living in there, eating all the bugs that get in there. The new one that we replace it with is called a bullet boot. So it'll have a guard on top of it. These lines here just mean that there's some wind damage. There's some creasing on the shingles there. So that would constitute as storm damage. You need 25% storm damage in order to get a legitimate claim. You can see where some of these ridge shingles have lifted up a little bit there. You're not really close to 25, unfortunately. You could open a claim, see if they'll give you a credit. It just all depends how your policy is written. The metal roof would all stay the same. I'd recommend getting that cleaned off, blown off there. This one's a really big plumbing boot. It's a 3-inch, so you can imagine what can fit in there. So it'll be nice to get a guard on there also. This black streaking is a blue-green algae. It comes off the oak tree. So what we really like about GAF and Atlas, they guarantee for life not to have that. Here is that second cut that I was telling you about there. Gooseneck, that's where your bath fan or your dryer vents in some cases vent out of. We'll be replacing all of those. They come in gray, brown, or black. Same with the plumbing boots. This area here, we call it a cricket. This is where it takes the longest for the water to dry out. It's a low slope, so it sits there a while. And again, these are all these branches that hold moisture. This is a gable style home, so a lot of times I'll see leaks coming at this area here, because it's rotted through on the roof line, especially this side here. So if you have a leak over here, it's more than likely coming from the cricket. Here is a couple examples of legitimate wind damage. You can see where the shingle just creased there at the top from flopping around in the wind. So you do have some wind damage. You just don't have the 25% that the insurance company ideally wants. Happy to support you with a claim. I can come back, re-chalk the roof, meet the inspector out here, and plead the case on why you deserve as much as you can get. But all in all, that is your roof.